China haters out there keep saying, oh, China doesn't have any soft power. It doesn't have any K-pop or J-pop or sushi or Korean barbecue or Japanese sushi food and whatever. So that's why China has such a bad reputation around the world and doesn't have any soft power to provide a positive image. But look over here now. There's this Korean guy over in Canada, over in British province of British Columbia, Canada, basically Vancouver. So he's been in Canada for 30 years, immigrated to Canada in 1997 and did not he's a permanent resident of Canada and his main home is in like Vancouver area of British province of British Columbia, Canada. So even anyone who looks remotely Chinese, so basically anyone who's East Asian or black, they just get discriminated, and this whole soft Korean and Japanese soft power thing having a positive reputation around the world is it's just not holding up. So this Korean guy who's been in Canada for 30 years, holder of a Korean passport, South Korean passport, and he's a permanent resident of Canada for the last 30 years. I think he just doesn't want to give up his Korean citizenship. So that's why he's just a permanent resident of Canada. Fair enough. People have the human right to choose their citizenship and their residency. Nothing wrong with being a permanent resident of Canada. People have rights. People have the right to choose. So this guy walked in to renew his BC driver's license and also his BC services card, which is basically a health card. And his license expired 2 years ago. But if your license expired within the last 3 years, you can renew it without doing road tests and knowledge tests. It's the same thing as unexpired. So then they do this residency check on him. He's getting discriminated. So he's been in BC the whole time, and the last time he's been in South Korea was in 2017. So that's like over 5 years ago. And let's see what it says here. So he phoned the government of BC and health insurance office and someone at the ICBC branch where he was trying to renew his license and services card claimed that he told the clerk, I am often on and off from Korea. And she sent a request for a residency check. And he said he never said he's on and off. He just said the last time he was there was 2017 for a family funeral. But she's just being discriminatory when this woman says, when is the last time you visited your country? That's just discriminatory when saying your country. Korea is your country, and Canada or province of British Columbia or Vancouver is not his home when he's been here for 30 years. This is just wrong, and he reported to his fair practices office, and it says it could take up to a year. So basically, this is a violation of people's human rights when they don't have government-issued photo ID for a very long time, which is like a year. You can't be part of society. You can't use financial services if you don't have government-issued photo ID with an address on it. You can't pick up stuff from the postal office, the courier shops such as UPS or FedEx. And you also can't board domestic flights without government-issued photo ID. So yeah, basically can't do anything that requires government-issued photo ID with a proof of address on it. If you want to renew like your bank debit card or even a credit card, you need government-issued photo ID with an address on it. This is just an example of white supremacists taking over Canada, and the far right have infiltrated all levels of government, including the civil service in Canada, where they intentionally create a hostile environment in order to make life as difficult, hard, and miserable as possible in order to force people to leave the province of British Columbia in Canada. This is just blatant and gross racism against Asian people.